Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to our platform and thank you so much for joining the platform today. So, guys, let's address some things that I've been seeing, some questions I've been seeing from the comment section of this channel. And there are so many things I will address here. The very first one is the issue of PR. Someone was equally asking me, what is PR? And I'm still going to address that on Facebook. But for now, PR is permanent residency for Canada. So I'm going to talk about PR, then I'm going to talk about the caregivers opportunity to Canada. Then I want to address something related to Austria. Then I will equally address something related to Portugal. Then I will address something related to Poland. And of course, I want to talk about the blocked account to Germany. Now, this is what I'm going to be discussing in this video. So I will advise you stay and watch the video to the end if you want to immigrate abroad. For some days now, I've been getting a lot of complaints, or let me put it this way, a lot of worries from my fans, and I'm here to give you some details. Now, there is a common concern about those who are looking for possibilities to migrate to Canada using the PR pathway. I want to tell you that if you are trying to immigrate to Canada using PR, you should remember that IRCC is now giving invitation based on 6 categories. Yes, 6 categories. The first 5 categories are those in the healthcare, those in the transport, those in agriculture, then those who are French speakers, and those who are into STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So IRCC will select people based on these areas. Remember, I'm not talking about PNP, which is Provincial Nomination Program. I'm talking about express entry. Now, to those who are having worries about provincial nomination, I want to tell you that sometimes those provinces go back to the express entry platform to pick people and give them nominations. In this way, you automatically get 600 points. Okay, that's why you are going to see a lot of people, like many people are in the pool right now with above 500 points. And you also need to understand that Canada is looking, they encourage people who are younger in age. That's why if you check on the IRCC portal, if you check the requirements well, you are going to realize that as soon as you meet your birthday, like if you are 26 years today and you go into the pool, then next year you are 27 years without being selected, automatically you lose 5 points from your points currently in the pool. That is to tell you that you are already getting old. You understand? So Canada encourages people who are younger in age to come to Canada. That's why priority is given to people who are younger. So now, if you look at the express entry, a part of the 5 categories I gave, there is a general category, which means that if you do not belong, if your work experience do not relate to these other 5 categories, then IRCC can only pick you based on the general selection. And then if you look at the points for general selection, you will realize that the points there are very big. Like the list that will be selected sometimes will not go below 520, the list points. That is to tell you that all this thing is about point base. So if you do not belong to the STEM, if you do not belong to healthcare, if you do like your work experience, I'm not talking about academic background, I'm talking about work experience. Those that have a great advantage now to immigrate to Canada are those in the healthcare sector, those that are into agriculture and transport, and of course the French people with background in work, like work experience in the French area. You understand? So these are the people that meet, like they stand a chance to be selected if their points are very low. If you check, you are going to see, check and see the people that have been selected in the past, like just say take 2 months behind, that's March, April, May, up to this point I'm talking to you, you are going to understand. So what I'm trying to make here, the point I'm trying to make here is you have to take a look at all this analysis, figure it out to see, then look at your age, look at all your qualifications. That's why when people book appointment about this PR stuff, I always tell them, the first question I ask them is, have you calculated your CRS score? Because it is only from the CRS score you would know if you meet up the requirement, you will know if you need more points, and therefore if you are going to write only the IELTS exam, or you are going to take the TEF and the TEF or TCF exam. These are French exams that will automatically increase your points. If you have checked the CRS calculator on IRCC, you would know what I'm talking about. Please always put these things into consideration. If you think that you will not meet up, the points are too big for you, drop the express entry, find your way into Canada through the academic pathway or using the job. But you should understand that going to Canada with a job, you need to apply for a job, then get a work contract, then use the contract to apply for work permit, for working visa. Then when you get to Canada, you get work permit. This is the only scenario. A lot of people are being duped by these guys around, telling them, oh, I can give you work permit. It's going to be difficult, guys. So you need to find the easiest route, which is usually the academic pathway. I have been saying it. So if you do not have the money for Canada and the academic pathway, an employment contract easily, why not? You should look for other means. The goal here is to go abroad, get better from where you are. For example, if you're in Nigeria now, or Ghana, or South Africa, or Morocco, and you think that you are not getting what you actually need, what you need to do is to look for a place that if you enter there, you would be better more than where you are. This is the goal. You must not go to Canada, you must not go to Australia, you must not go to UK or US. If your money is not enough to carry you to UK, somebody was telling me that he has just 3 million CFA francs. How is it possible that 3 million can take you to the UK using the academic pathway? It's not possible. So you need to do research to know how much you need to pay tuition, how much you need for proof of funds before you start looking at it countries. Yeah. So for example, if you have like maybe 10 million CFA francs right now, then you can be looking at countries. But definitely, can you enter to the UK with this money? You need to ask yourself. And what will help you is research. You look for schools that are cheap, maybe schools that will accept £3,000 as deposit. Then when you go into £3,000, remember you have to calculate £3,000 out of that 10 million. How much will be left? Before you know, you are maybe left with maybe around 6 million or 7 million, something like that, right? Now, is that money enough to do proof of funds for you for UK? A lot of people have been rejected visas because now I got a friend. She was rejected because of what? They said they are not sure that she is going to come back to her country to better her country. And again, the main problem was because of proof of funds. They saw a lot of money in her account, but the pay slips that she was showing couldn't correspond. That is another problem. I always tell people, if you have if you have a job and you want to move abroad, try to maybe, if you have a job, let's say the job is paying you 250k and your money in your account is more than the amount calculated. What you can do easily, you are planning, it's abroad, right? So you have to plan on time. Now, what you can do easily is to go and open a business, create a business, get the legal papers ready, so that you can use your business document to back yourself up. Then if you are doing some maybe sales using mobile money, you are doing sales using receipts, transaction receipts, you keep them. Then you add to your application later to back the money in your account, so that they should know that this is how you are getting your money. For those that are applying to countries that do not need explanation, because for Canada you are going to explain all of this. I hope you understand. Now for the caregiver's job, please note that if you want to apply for this opportunity, you would need to get a job offer. I explained this before. The video is still there on the channel, very fresh. You need a job offer. This is one of the most difficult parts. And also remember that IELTS is going to be compulsory and it's going to be IELTS general, because general is used for immigration purpose. The good thing here is that it is CLB4. It is not big, like you do not need those bigger points or higher band scores. It's CLB4, so you are good to go. Now let's talk about Austria. Those people who are asking me, some of my followers here, some of you here have been asking me, Milton, can I not apply to Austria without legalization? I want to draw your attention to this again. There are some schools in Austria that may accept your application without your documents being legalized and verified. The procedure on how to do this, all the videos are on the channel. Now, some of these schools are usually private universities. You cannot apply to Johann Kepler's, University of Vienna, Innsbruck, Graz without your documents being legalized and verified. And for you to get an appointment is a problem. I do not know how to do that. You have to wait for the embassy. Keep checking. I have said you have to be checking almost all the time. Like I even told somebody to be checking every 12 a.m. The person was like, Milton, I will not be up to be doing that. You are the one who wants to migrate, not Milton. You want to go to Austria. So you have to make sure you find your way into Austria. I'm giving you advice. You are telling me you cannot do it. Okay, you do what you think is okay. So you have to try to get appointments to do this legalization. You cannot apply to these state universities without your documents going through this process. I have said it again. And remember, if you got a certificate in Nigeria, let's say all your academics has been in Nigeria and now you live maybe in UAE with your documents with you, you have to send those documents back to the country in which you got them from. This one, I'm just making this illustration here so that somebody who didn't know, I still see people asking me about this. Please put it into consideration. It's very important. I hope you understand. Also understand that when you want to apply to Austria, you should put proof of funds into consideration. It's so important. Proof of funds to study in Austria for youths, like people below 24 years, is around 7,500 euros. Those that are above 24 years is around 13,500 euros. And this money should be in an account you own, your own account, because sometimes when you go to the embassy, they might tell you to transfer the money to Austria. If you want to know more, if you doubt anything, please reach out to the Austrian embassy and ask them how to go about this procedure if you do not understand. I hope it is clear. Now let's talk about Portugal. I see people asking me, Milton, can I not apply for Portugal later? Then if you are opportune to legalize your documents, then, or maybe to authenticate your documents. Now, if you haven't done the embassy stuff for Portugal, I even did a video here to update you people that you have to go to the Portugal within a particular date to do your legalization. I'm not sure if people watched that video, but anybody who didn't watch, I cannot be blamed. So if you want to move to Portugal, you should understand that there are schools you can apply without you legalizing your documents. There are others you can apply with only legalized documents. It is now your duty to do your own research and then email the school if you have a question, right? Now, University of Mino is an example. You can apply without legalizing your documents. But when you are going to apply for visa, you need to go with the documents and do the legalization and verification procedure. For Cameroonians going to Nigeria, it is different. You can, after you've done the Ministry of Education from your university, you've done everything, then you do it also at the level of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then when you go to Nigeria, you have to look for the Cameroon High Commission in Nigeria, in Abuja. Then they will stamp your documents. Then you now carry them to the embassy. You have made your own good, okay? Like your documents are okay for Cameroonians. For Nigerians, it's different. For other nationalities, it is equally different. So put all these things into consideration. I have a video on this channel where I even said someone asked me to share information on how he got his visa in Nigeria to Portugal. I'm sure he has moved to Portugal already. He's a Cameroonian. The video is still there. So anybody who is interested, check the channel and watch that video. It's important. Now let's talk about blocked account. German blocked account is about to be increased. I said this already. And remember, blocked account means that you create an account in Germany. Then when the account is ready, they will send the details to you, IBAN, SWIFT code, and everything about the account. Then you use the account, then you transfer that money into the account. It is called blocked account. Only you can have access to that money, which means when you blocked the money until you go to Germany before you can start getting that money. Remember, you are not getting the money in bulk. They cannot give you at once. That money is blocked account, which means when you enter Germany, you are going to create your own account, personal account. Then every month they will be sending a portion of that money into that your personal account from the blocked account. That is to say, if you, let's say if you put 11,000 euros in the blocked account, I think blocked account now is like 12,200, right? When you transfer that money, it must be complete before you can apply for visa. When you transfer the money now, go to Germany, divide that money you transferred into that account by 12, because 1 year is 12 months. So they will be sending every portion until it's 12 months, then they will send the remaining balance to you. So this is how blocked account works. For countries like Norway, it's still the same. Then some countries will not ask you to do blocked account, like the Netherlands. They will tell you to send the money into the school account. Then some schools in the Netherlands will equally tell you that when you send this money to them, when you come here, they will not give you in bulk. They will be giving you a portion bit by bit. While some other schools will tell you that when you come into the Netherlands, they would give you the remaining balance after removing their tuition fee, because they want to be sure that you have money. So when you are doing your application, always check very well to be sure of what is on the school website. This is so important. I said let me explain these few details to you, so in case you are doing anything, you should be aware of what you are doing. I hope this will help somebody. We will keep sharing our videos till we meet again in another one. Bye.